So this equation, believe it or not, it makes a circle. Oh, that's negative 2 on the x, 1 on the y. So it's roughly a circle, something like this. Okay, and so we're asked for the slope at 1 comma 6, so maybe that's somewhere over here. So if my circle my graph of my circle is correct, then it should have a negative slope. So we're trying to find this instantaneous slope at 1 comma 6. So before implicit differentiation, we didn't have the tools to find this. But now that we have a way of taking a derivative when it's not just y equals something, now we can find that slope. Okay, so we want to find dy dx of both sides. So I'm going to take a derivative of both sides with respect to x. So you could use the power rule and the chain rule here if you want. 2 comes down and multiplies, gets reduced by 1, and then we multiply by the derivative of the innermost function. And the derivative of x plus 2 is just 1, right? Because the derivative of x is 1, the derivative of 2 is 0. And then the 2 comes down and multiplies. And then we also need the chain rule here, right? I took a derivative of the outermost function, the squaring function. Now a derivative of the innermost function with respect to x is going to be y prime. That's because the derivative of y with respect to x, that's y prime. That's our shorthand notation for it. We don't know what y is in terms of x. So we can just write the derivative of y as y prime. And then the derivative of 1 is just 0. So there we are with the chain rule. And then we still need d dx of 34. Okay, so now we have an equation. Now you could just plug in 1 in for x, 6 in for y, and solve for y prime if you want. Or algebraically, we could get y prime by itself first. So I'm going to subtract 2x plus 2 from both sides. So I get 2y minus 1y prime equals negative 2x plus 2. And the goal is to get y prime by itself, so I'm going to divide 2y minus 1 from both sides. So that's going to make these 2's cancel out. So we get y prime equals negative x plus 2 over y minus 1. So now we found a machine that will tell us slopes at a point, y prime. We just need to plug in 1 in for x and 6 in for y, and then we're done. So 1 in for x, 1 plus 2 makes 3, so we got negative 3 up top. And it was a 6 in for y, so 6 minus 1 makes 5. So there we go. There's that negative slope that we were expecting. The slope at that point is negative 3/5.